Hello everybody, today I'm at the Detroit Auto Show taking a look at this 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali. This is an absolutely beautiful looking truck. This is one of the most luxurious trucks offered by General Motors. The only one that would be higher than this would be the Denali Ultimate. But starting off up front, we have these beautiful LED headlights with accent lighting right here that transition down into the LED fog lights. Vertical style tow recovery hooks. Integrated parking sensors into the bottom portion of the bumper, and then we have this massive grille to allow for as much cooling as possible. This being the Denali, it's going to have the 360-degree camera system, so your front-facing camera is going to be right there. Coming around to the passenger side, we've got these really nice chrome and brushed 22-inch wheels. It looks like these are Bridgestone Alenza All Seasons, and the tire size is a 275 50 R22. Integrated fender flares that transition into splash guards. Something that I really like that General Motors does with their vehicles is they offer this thicker coat of paint along the bottom, and that's designed to protect against rock chips and then eventually corrosion. Denali badging is going to be on the door side right here. This guy does have the Carbon Pro bed, so that's indicated right here. This also has the 6.2 liter V8 engine. Chrome mirror caps, blind spot monitor, passive entry, so as long as you have the key fob on you, you can lock and unlock the vehicle from the driver's side or passenger side door. Drop down running boards, which are actually movable by pushing this button. I think it's in demo mode, but when you kick this button, it'll actually swing out a little bit farther so you can get into the front portion of the bed. This has the wing, which is designed to shoot air over the bed. So if you don't have a tonneau cover, you can still get a little bit better aerodynamics. You have your cargo lamp, as well as your third brake light and cargo camera. And then if you look closely, you have another camera right there for the video camera rear view mirror system. Really nice looking exterior. No gaudy badging either, which is nice. And because this is the 6.2 liter Denali, it's going to have the a little bit different style tailgate step integrated into the bumper. Dual exhaust. You've got your Sierra badging on the passenger side. This does have the multi-pro tailgate. We'll go over the bed a little bit later after the interior, but right here we have your capless fuel filler door. Absolutely gorgeous looking truck. I hope it's coming through for you on camera because the lighting in here isn't all that great. Let's take a closer look at the interior. Alright, so starting over on the driver's side door, we have this really nice soft leather. We have multiple different shades of leather as well, and then we have this wood trim. Denali badging on the driver and passenger side door. All of your window controls are going to be right here, as well as your mirror controls in front of that. Lock and unlock button, and 2-seat memory is right there. This guy does have the Bose Premium Audio Group. Parking brake right here. Push button transfer case, auto, 4 high, 2 high, 4 low. Different drive mode dial for the vehicle, including your tow trailer mode, which is at the push of a button. Right over here we have the fog light button, as well as your cargo lamp button, and then the dimmer switch for the instrument cluster, and then we have the rotary dial selector for the exterior lighting of the vehicle. This guy does have a heads-up display, so your heads-up display buttons are going to be all right here. Heads-up display does come out of this little cavity right there. Coming up to the dashboard, it is, I'd say, probably 80% soft touch leather, which is nice. Working our way back to the instrument cluster, it is a fully digital instrument cluster. Unfortunately, I do not have the key fob, so I won't be able to turn that on for you. But it is very programmable. I love that the automotive industry is moving in this direction. This does have the Super Cruise, I believe, so it's the semi-autonomous driving capability. You got your gloss black up here on the steering wheel, as well as your sensor right here. Coming back to the steering wheel, very nice soft leather wrap steering wheel, pedal shifters, which is always appreciated. Your cruise control buttons are going to be on the left side of the steering wheel. That include your gap adjustment for your adaptive cruise control, as well as your lane centering or lane keep assist button. Over here on the right side of the steering wheel, we have your steering wheel mounted phone call buttons, and then we have the controller right here for the center instrument cluster. Really nice metal trim on the steering wheel. It is kind of knurled, so it has a tactile feel to it. I like that a lot. Coming over to the massive horizontal touchscreen display, This thing is absolutely insane. I love it. It is powered by Google. It is very responsive. Tons of apps within the vehicle itself. Wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. You can toggle the 360-degree camera system. Right here we have the card system, so we have the regular touchscreen. Then we have the Google Maps to the right of that. Very, very cool. Tons of different parameters you can monitor from this as well. Working our way down below that, let me get some light in here for you. We have the push button start, dual zone climate control with heated and ventilated captain's chairs. Heated steering wheel button is going to be right here on the driver's side. Something that I love that General Motors does is they offer you the option to turn just the heated seat back on independently from the heated seat. I really, really appreciate that. Then below that we have a plethora of buttons. So starting from left to right, we have your lane centering button, which I believe is actually, I think this is the lane keep assist button, and then this is your semi-autonomous driving button over here. Parking sensor off button, auto start stop off button, tailgate release button, hazard light button, traction control off button, and then hill descent control. Massive storage tray right here, USB and USB Type-C outlet right there. 2 cup holders closer to the passenger side. Minimalist style shifter. Typically I'm not a fan of shifters like this. I wish they were on the steering column right up here, but when they're going to be right here, something like this that's very minimal and you don't have to actually pull all the way back or push all the way forward, something that's more like electronic like this is actually more desirable in my opinion. And then behind that we have your trailer brake controller right here. And something that I like about this truck is I love where General Motors placed this because it just kind of seems natural. If you have one hand on the steering wheel and you're resting your other hand right here on the armrest, it's very easy to quickly adjust your trailer brake gain on the fly. Coming back to the center armrest, it is very nice, leather wrapped. It is extremely soft, and I can put a decent amount of weight on it and kind of feel my arm kind of sink into it, which I like. Lift up on that, and that gives us access to a USB and USB Type-C outlet as well as an actual power outlet. I believe this is a 120 volt or 400 watt power outlet right there. And then we have a wireless charger right here. This compartment is LED lit. Beautiful Denali seats. Denali is stitched into the seat back. This vehicle does have 2 glove boxes. First one's right here. It is nice with a wood looking trim. Push this button, glove box pops up. Traditional glove box is right down below. Coming up top to the vanity, it's going to be LED lit for your passenger as well as the driver. Up top on the headliner, we have a 3-door universal garage remote. We have the power single pane sunroof buttons as well as the button for the power sliding rear window. I'm not typically a fan of sunroofs in trucks, but when it's done, if it's a single pane, that's the way to go. Then we have your LED dome map lights right here, as well as your OnStar assist buttons. Lastly, we have the video camera rear view mirror. Flick it forward and it turns into the video camera. You can control a couple of settings within the actual mirror itself. You can control the brightness. You can control how high or how low the camera views, and then you can control how zoomed in or zoomed out the camera views as well. When you're done using it as a camera, simply flick it back and it goes to a rear view mirror again. So overall, I really am a fan of the interior of this truck. For some reason, I like the General Motors version versus the Chevy version. I just kind of like the layout a little bit more. However, something that I like that both of them do is they kind of cant or tilt the touchscreen and all the HVAC controls towards the driver. So as the driver, I'm not having to strain and take my eyes off the road as much to push something over here in the top right corner of the touchscreen display. It's still easily accessible for the passenger, but it just makes the driver, it makes it a little bit easier for them to touch. Same with all the HVAC controls as well. I really like that it gives you like cockpit feel seating. Let's take a look at the back now and see how much legroom we have. So getting into the back of the vehicle is real easy with the drop-down running boards and the grab handle on the B-pillar. These seats do fold up, giving us access to a load flat floor and some under-seat storage, which is always appreciated. This guy does have the in-seat storage on both driver and passenger side. I have pretty big hands. I can fit pretty much my whole hand over behind this middle seat right here. So there is a decent amount of storage. Tons and tons of leg room in here. Storage in the form of pouches behind both driver and passenger seats. Cup holders right here. Heated captain's chairs, USB and USB Type-C outlet. This center seat does have a fold-down armrest / cup holder, and it is decently sized, so the rear occupants shouldn't be fighting over armrest space. You're going to have a single LED map light system in the front for the passenger side and the driver's side, and then your hanger hooks are going to be integrated into the outermost portion of the headliner. Something that I really appreciate that General Motors does, even though you have a single pane sunroof, so you're not going to get as much headroom as a front occupant, the rear occupants, they push this headliner up like 3 or 4 inches, so you have tons and tons of headroom. I'm about 5'11" on a good day, and I have easily maybe 3 or 4 inches of room before my head hits the headliner, so I do not feel cramped back here in the slightest. I think General Motors did an amazing job with this these rear seats. Tons and tons of room back here. Let's take a look at the bed now. So this is the tailgate of the vehicle. There's a couple ways to access it. The first way is with the key fob, which unfortunately I do not have. Second way is with the button to the left, or in the middle of the instrument cluster over there by the touchscreen display. And the third way is the more traditional way, but because this is a multi-pro, we're going to open the regular tailgate first. We got a backup camera right here, and then a puddle lamp right here for connecting a trailer in low light conditions. So the first way we're going to do it is we're going to push this bottom button. It's going to open as a regular tailgate. This does have the Carbon Pro bed, so it is extremely strong and extremely light. Looks like we're going to have 3 tie-down points in each of the 4 corners for a class-leading 6 tie-down points. Very, very nice. If you look closely too, it looks like they pushed out the bed sides as far as they possibly can to maximize cargo space, and I believe that is still class leading. Your power plug is on the passenger side right over here, and it looks like you are also going to get LED bed lighting on this guy as well. So, to access the multi-pro tailgate, you can push this top button to just open the small portion of the tailgate. So if you have something that's longer than almost 6 feet, you can open this and kind of lean it into the bed. Or if it's just a little bit over 6 feet, maybe it's about 8 feet, you can actually put this up and act as a blocker. There are also tie-down points here and over there. If you want to use it as the multi-pro tailgate as a step, you push both buttons simultaneously. It will fall, and then it will open for you, and then you just simply slam that down and you're good to go. This does have the kicker audio like tailgate package. I believe it's Bluetooth as well. It has your auxiliary and your USB port right there. Once this is down, it's got this like grip tape on it. You can use it as a step, and then there's a handle right here in the bed on the driver's side to help you get into the vehicle. To put it away, you just simply reverse the process, and in one fluid motion, I can put it away. Let's take a quick look now at the towing and payload sticker for this vehicle. So here's the trailering information for this guy. Keep in mind, this is a more luxury-oriented truck, so it's not going to have as much towing and payload as a well-equipped towing application. General rule of thumb I have is the more options and packages you have, the less towing and payload you'll get. Let's take a quick look now at the Monroney. So here's the Monroney on this guy. Again, it's a 2025 Sierra Denali 1500 with downpour metallic exterior color. It's absolutely gorgeous. The base price with no options starts at $67,395. Your standard equipment for this vehicle is going to be right here for a standard vehicle price of $68,700. With all of the options right here, the total MSRP comes to $80,400 or $81,425. It looks like there is a Denali Reserve Super Cruise package discount of $1,000. Fuel economy rating is going to be right here. This vehicle is rated at 15 miles per gallon city, 19 miles per gallon highway for a combined fuel economy rating of 16 miles per gallon. So there you have it, everybody, the 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali Reserve. This is an absolutely gorgeous looking truck. The exterior color is extremely unique. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving me a like and share. If you want to keep up to date with more auto show content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And please also check out all the affiliate links in the description below, as it does greatly help out the channel. Like always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.